Welcome to today's episode of Erongo Talk. And today we find ourselves in Swakopmund at Hotel Schweizerhaus and Cafe Anton. My name is Adolf Kaure and I will be your host for today. So as usual, we will have the news, weather and the tides in today's lineup. And we also have a very interesting interview as we chat to the founder and current chairperson of the Swakopmund youth organization, Jonathan Harris, as well as the Miss Teen Swakopmund 2020, Emmerencia Eiases, and they speak about the pageant and both their plans for the remainder of the year. So don't move a single inch. We'll be back right after this break. It is now time for the news, and in our first story, the Winpom 13 campsite outside Swakopmund was the focus of a heated debate on social media over the weekend. This follows after an individual stated on a private Facebook group that 3 women were assaulted and called racial slurs at the popular campsite. So the post was subsequently removed after the management of Winpom 13 said that the alleged assault never happened and that both parties involved were equally guilty. So according to the author of the contentious Facebook post, a group of people arrived at Winpom 13 and started making racial comments towards a group of ladies that were camping there. According to the post, they shouted to them, "Jelabura behorni hirni," which means you Boers do not belong here. So already these guys were looking for trouble. The ladies had dogs with them, and the child of one of these racist campers came over and the dog barked at the child but did not hurt him at all. The child just got a big fright, said the specific person. So this incident apparently and allegedly caused a drunk woman from the racist group, the author presumes it was the mother of the child, to walk away. She started shouting at the ladies after they inquired if the child was okay. The parents were clearly racist despite the ladies being nice to the child. And a racist black colored man who made these comments earlier just came from behind and sucker punched the 3 white ladies, knocking them out. So this is also one of the comments that was on this specific post. After the police were allegedly called out, it would seem the manager of Winpom 13 told the police that the issue was sorted out and he made the men leave. So the police did not ask from the ladies themselves or follow up to see if the ladies were okay. They were all badly hurt. I take it the manager did not want this story to come out. The next day these guys were back at camp and were laughing about it as if nothing happened. So this is also a quote from this specific post. You can read this story on our Erongo page, on our Erongo website on www.erongo.com.na for more details. So in COVID-19 related news, Namibia recorded 56 new COVID-19 cases, as well as 72 recoveries and 1 COVID-19 related death. That is yesterday. So the Minister of Health and Social Services, Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, announced this, adding that 925 results were received from laboratories. So of the newly reported cases, 32 are female, while 24 are male, and the youngest is a 1-year-old, while the eldest is 68 years old. So the confirmed cases are distributed as follows. Windhoek has received 39, with Swakopmund 4, Walvis Bay 2, Mariental 6, Keetmanshoop 1, Okahanja, Enana, Tsumeb, and Oshakati respectively also having 1 case each. So the minister also said that the low number of tests was due to the slow effort being made to manage the backlog. So there is actually a backlog in terms of results that need to come out. So the backlog at the laboratories, especially at NIP, have been cleared. The testing capacity has increased significantly. Therefore, we are strategizing to expand the targeted testing for moving forward. So we have made tremendous progress in building local capacity for testing for COVID-19, quote unquote. The minister said that Namibia now has 6 local laboratories that test for COVID-19, which with a combined capacity of 2,400 tests per day. And the minister further announced 72 recoveries. The most of these are 57 from the Khomas region, with 5 recoveries each recorded in the Omaheke and Omosati regions, while 6 were in the Karas region in the south. Of the active cases, 16 are in serious or critical condition, and in the Erongo region, 1 patient is serious and 3 are critical. In the Khomas region, 5 are seriously ill, while 7 patients are in critical condition. So the cumulative confirmed cases are 10,663, with 8,431 recoveries, while the active cases are 2,115. Total COVID-19 deaths at the moment are 91, with total COVID-19 related deaths standing at 26, with the total deaths at 117. So in slightly more positive and lighter news, the coal mine, the QKR Namibia Nabahab gold mine, inaugurated a $2 million Namibian dollars COVID-19 quarantine facility at Karibek. So the Klippenberg COVID-19 facility, which consists of 4 prefabricated container units, can accommodate COVID-19 positive persons who are not in a position to self-isolate. So the 4-bed facility was constructed to reduce the burden on the Ministry of Health and Social Services and encourages staff at the mine to be tested for the virus without fear, in a bid to identify positive cases and to reduce the spread of the virus. So the facility will also be available to members of the broader community should the need arise, space permitting. So access to and from the facility, which also has an on-site laundry, is controlled by a security officer. So the Erongo Governor Neville Andre thanked the mine for its tangible contribution to the fight against the pandemic in a speech presented on his behalf by the Chief Regional Officer of the Erongo Regional Council, Ludmila Habare Doises. This is yet another indication of the willingness of the private sector to meet government halfway in mitigating some of the effects of the pandemic. I am heartened by the gesture and impressed by the fact that the facility will be made available to members of the broader community. This is a real show of community spirit. So Andre warned that the lifting of the state of emergency by the president last week does not imply that Namibia has won the fight against COVID-19. It does not mean that the pandemic is no more. It merely means that all, as individuals, we must take up more responsibility for our own safety and protection. So you can also check this news story on our website on www.erongo.com.na. And that was the news. Do catch us on the flip side.
Mile 4 Caravan Park and Seaside Hotel presents the first lockdown lift family fun day. Come and join us on Saturday 26 September from 10 to 5. We will have a fishing competition with prizes for the biggest shark, the biggest edible fish, the weirdest fish, and the biggest fish for a girl and a boy under 10 years of age. We will host a 5-a-side action cricket and a 3-a-side volleyball tournament with prizes to be won. Grab something to eat or have a drink at our cash bar. Join us at the tent while Werner van Zyl entertain you with live music and your kids jump on the bouncy castles. Entrance is $20 per adult and $10 per kid. Don't miss this exciting day and bring all your friends.
Okay, so with me here is Mr. Jonathan Harris, who is the chairperson, the current chairperson of the Swakopmund Youth Organization, and also the founder of the Swakopmund Youth Organization, and the beautiful, recently crowned Miss Teen Swakopmund 2020, Miss Emmerencia Eiases. How are you guys doing today?
Wonderful. Great to be here. Great to be here. Thank you for having us.
It's only a pleasure. So, Jonathan, please tell us that this was the 3rd annual Miss Teen Swakopmund pageant that you hosted. Please just tell us a bit about the pageant.
Well, as you all know, Miss Teen is hosted annually. This is our 3rd year. And this year we unfortunately had to cancel Mr. Teen, so it was only Miss Teen Swakopmund 2020. The organization focuses on creating a platform for young men and women to just create an advocacy and put it out there to enrich the youth of today with positive things instead of negative things. And that's the main aim, since our slogan for this year was, what was it, Emmerencia? Clothed in strength and dignity, without fear for the future. Yes, so that was the motto of the 2020 year. And as we move on, the pageant was amazing. Couldn't have asked for better, even though we're in the pandemic and the audience wanted us to have a public event. Last year we had around about 500 people at the event. This year, I guess we would have reached 1,000, if not more. So, great outcome. Would like to thank everyone, the people, the close relatives for being there, as well as the people that tuned in on our Facebook Live and watched the event. So, all in all, that was Miss Teen Swakopmund 2020, and here's the product.
Yes. So I understand that Aiden and Tamarin Bekers, you guys know from Mark My Famous, were the hosts of the event. So just tell us, just walk us through the pageant. What did the ladies come out first? The casual way. Just walk us through that.
So they opened with their opening number. It was a song by Dua Lipa, New Rules.
Nice.
And then a 2010 Miss Universe song. So they had a mixture of a Miss Universe feeling. After the opening, they all came up on stage, and then we introduced the host, which was, as you said, Aiden and Tamarin from Mark My Famous this year. After that, we ran through the event. They walked in 3 different attires. Swimsuit, they had the swimsuit competition, the national attire, costume. So just so you know why we switched up from casual to national attires, because this year's theme was all around the world, and we decided to give the stage a Miss Universe feeling. So each lady got a country that they had to represent. Our beautiful Miss Teen here was Saudi Arabia. Our first runner-up was the Land of the Brave, and then our second runner-up was Egypt. They had to each walk in their national costume. After that, they had the evening attire. All in all, the whole attires was a success, and then from there, we had our top 5. Our top 5 each had to answer a question and do their final walk. From the final walk, they proceeded to announce the top 3. The top 3 then consisted of the second runner-up, first runner-up, and our Miss Teen Swakopmund 2020. Aiden and Tamarin also performed 2 pretty nice songs on the stage of Miss Teen Swakopmund, and one was a special request from the Kubas family, one of the contestants' family, and if I'm not, the title was Kombiki.
Oh, nice. Oh, they performed it at Mark My Famous.
They did, yes.
So the beautiful and the elegant Miss Teen, guys, just look at this lady. She is our Miss Teen Swakopmund. Emmerencia, just tell us, why did you decide to enter the competition, and just tell us about the feeling, walking down that runway and finally being crowned as Miss Teen.
Thank you for having me here. Firstly, I entered this competition to enhance networking within the community, local community, all over the world, not just Namibia, not just Swakopmund, but all over Namibia.
Yes.
And I want to touch the hearts of all Namibian kids, all over the country. Yes. And it was a very amazing feeling to walk down that runway. It was amazing. And I was blown to actually hear that I'm crowned the next Miss Teen 2020. Wow. It was an amazing feeling. I just wanted to cry, but at the moment I was confused.
Did she really win?
Yes. It's still unbelievable because waking up and then I just won the Miss Teen 2020. But it is a wonderful, amazing feeling.
No,
I'm beyond happy though.
Yeah, I can see.
Since we had a new format for 2020, as you know, the pandemic.
Yes.
In the article it said it didn't rough up the pageant that much, but we did experience some problems.
Yeah.
We had a total of 14 finalists at the preliminary competition.
Yeah.
We moved to 12, and then from 12 we moved to 10, and then to 9, and then 2 days before the event, another finalist dropped out, and then we were left with 8. Yes, from the 8, our total finalists, which were 8, got shortlisted to 5 after all their tires. From those 5, question round and final walk, and then a top 3, and then your second runner-up was announced, and then the 2 ladies were standing there holding hands, Miss Universe feeling.
Yes.
And then you wait for the host to announce the name, and then she heard her name, Emmerencia Eiases. She looked at the first runner-up.
Really? Is it me?
That's what happened.
Oh my goodness. So just tell me about the feeling. What went through your mind when you're standing there with the first runner-up?
At the moment, I was like, okay, I made it this far.
Yes.
I was grateful, but I was like, I didn't want to focus on it too much because it was a nerve-wracking moment. Hearing my name was like, I was blown, to be honest. Like, I didn't expect it. I didn't even expect making it that far to the top 3. And I was blown. Hearing my name was the best feeling.
I can imagine. Phew. I can imagine. So, Emmerencia, please tell us, you now you are crowned Miss Teen Swakopmund, and it comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
What are your goals? What do you hope to reach with Miss Teen Swakopmund, or as Miss Teen Swakopmund?
As Miss Teen Swakopmund, at least at the end of my reign, I want to look back at it as it will be tough. I don't expect it to be easy because I have to balance my schoolwork as well as the crown. But one thing is that I don't want the crown to get the best of me as a person. I don't want that. I also want to focus mainly on my projects as well as the charity events I'll be having with my queens as well, besides me. But further than that, I'm looking forward to everything that I'm going to be doing during this reign, and I will most definitely be praying because I can't do anything or everything on my own.
Exactly.
And I'm sure the community of Swakopmund will be supporting our current reigning queen 2020,
all the way,
just like they supported our previous reigning queen.
Yes. Emmerencia, from which school are you? Which school are you?
I am from Swakopmund Secondary School.
Hey,
Triple S.
Our very first. People said this year, if another queen is crowned from Namapai, then the whole pageant is flawed because there's something going on.
My goodness.
But the main thing that I want to put out there is because I'm from Namapai, it's my last year, I'm a grade 12 student, and the thing is because the interest from other schools were not that much the previous years. This year we decided we're going all out, we're pushing 10 times harder than we did the other 2 years, and we got entries from Triple S, we got entries from Coastal, we got entries from Namapai, we got a few entries from Westside, and there were some from Atlantic. Few of them dropped out, but all in all we had a variety of people. We also had some homeschooling.
Oh wow.
And people, two of our finalists this year were finalists that already competed the other years, and they decided to come back and then try another time this year.
Wow, that's awesome. What grade are you now, Emmerencia?
I'm grade 10 currently.
Grade 10.
Yeah.
Ooh, so it's almost just 1 year left.
Yeah, 1 year. But I
My
would love
goodness.
to continue to grade 12.
Lovely. Cool. And then just finally, Jonathan, from your side, what are the plans for the rest of the year concerning the SYO?
Okay. So as everyone knows, the SYO has been hit hard by the pandemic, just like all businesses and private companies in Swakopmund. Our main aim is eventually just to reach the youth, make it a fun time for the youth so that they know that there are important things that they also need to focus on, just to put an image out there so that they feel like the youth is being supported by someone, if not everyone. So the Swakopmund Youth Organization is planning to, as time progresses, host one last either event, fundraiser or charity event, just to make sure that we're going out to the bang. As this is my last year as chairperson, and we will be crowning a new chairman or chair lady by next year, February.
Cool.
We will be informing the public on all our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so forth, and then they will gladly support us in it. But but all in all, we will be having then our end of year function,
Yes.
and from that, our 2020 year will be then concluded.
Cool. And then Emmerencia, from your side, I know there's a special project that Miss Teen Swakopmund takes on, and you are going to announce it a bit later on. Is that correct?
Yes. She every year the title holder has to assign herself with an advocacy. Each last year's queen, Renella Matthews, her advocacy was education is key. So this year she will be announcing her advocacy very soon. But yeah.
Cool. So I assume you're also on social media where we can check you out. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram as Miss Petite.
Aha, Miss Petite, there you go. So then, Miss Teen, just from your side, there's been a lot happening concerning our ladies and women. They've been subjected to violence. I know, and it's rape, and a lot of this stuff, and that the teenagers also deal with is body image and stuff like that. Do you have a message to the young ladies and young women watching out there right now?
Okay, first things first, it's not safe out there anymore. Like recently, a lot has been happening. But I mean, this shouldn't bring us down as women. We should still go out there and make the best of each and every opportunity that we get as women, and as a girl child, you have to. This shouldn't stand in the way of your future or your future success, anything that you want to obtain in life.
Yes.
You should still go ahead and make the best of every
Yes.
opportunity.
Definitely. So you only grade 10, that's what, 16, and you have so much knowledge.
The thing is,
So wise.
many people say, wow, the youngest girl won.
Yeah.
She was the youngest girl on the stage that night, and the youngest girl
We will
won.
sanitize.
So the thing is, people are stating out there that what does this young 15, current 15, turning 16-year-old, what can she bring to the table?
Yes.
What does she have to offer?
Oh, there you go.
Well,
lot.
dynamite comes in small packages.
Definitely.
Just so you know, Swakopmund, Namibia, watch out for Miss Teen Swakopmund 2020.
Awesome. So I just want to say thank you guys for joining us today. Please make sure you follow the
It's a pleasure.
Swakopmund Youth Organization on Facebook,
on
Instagram,
Facebook.
Twitter,
Yes.
YouTube.
Coming.
Say.
On Instagram, it's @_.syo, and on Facebook, it's just Swakopmund Youth Organization, same as Twitter.
Cool. And then you are Miss Petite on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Facebook and Twitter is coming.
Okay, it's coming. Watch out for
It's
it.
coming.
No, I must say thank you guys for joining us today. It's lovely having you two
It's
here.
a pleasure.
And in the weather and tides, starting with the tides, we had in the coastal towns low tide this morning at 2:30 in the morning, and we also had high tide at 9 o'clock in the morning as well. Our second low tide will arrive at about 3:15 in the afternoon, with the last high tide for the day arriving at about 9:45 in the evening. So the temperatures for the coastal towns are as follows. First of all, with the sunrise, the sun will rise at about 10 minutes, or the sun rose at 10 minutes to 7 this morning, and will set at 7 o'clock later in the evening. That is in Swakopmund, Henties and Henties Bay, as well as Walvis Bay. And the temperatures in Walvis Bay will be as follows. We have a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius today, with a wind direction of a northwesterly wind flow. And tomorrow the minimum will be 19 degrees with a maximum of 18 degrees Celsius. Swakopmund, the maximum today will be 17 degrees Celsius. They will experience a west-northwesterly wind flow, with tomorrow the temperatures being slightly warmer, with a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 17 degrees. Henties Bay will today have a maximum of 18 degrees Celsius with a westerly wind flow, with tomorrow experiencing a minimum of 12 degrees and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius. Moving into the interior, The sun rose this morning in Arandas. That is at 6:45 in the morning, and it will set at 7 later in the evening. So this also applies for Usakos, Karibib, as well as the rest of interior, including Omaruru. So in Arandas, the maximum temperature forecasted for today is 29 degrees Celsius, with the wind coming from the west. And tomorrow they will experience a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 25 degrees. Usakos will experience a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius, very, very warm in Usakos, with tomorrow a minimum of 10 degrees and a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius. Karibib's temperatures today will be 36 degrees, with tomorrow being 11 for a minimum and a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius. Omaruru, also very, very warm temperatures of 36 degrees Celsius, with tomorrow a minimum of 9 degrees and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius. The wind direction in all three towns, Usakos, Karibib and Omaruru, will be from a northwesterly direction. So the temperatures look to be very cool in the coastal towns and very, very warm in the interior. So do take the necessary precautions to make sure that you stay cool or heat up a bit wherever you find it, whenever you find it necessary. So that was the weather from my side. Do catch you again after the break. That brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk. However, you can find us on our website on www.erongo.com.na. So all our news stories can be found on that particular website. So it's www.erongo.com.na. We are also available on WhatsApp on 0811 7040. I repeat, 0811 7040, where you can send us your news tips as well as your videos. So my colleague Irina Marie van der Walt will be presenting from Windpomp 14. It'll be a very entertaining show, very laid back, so do not miss out on that one. And I also just want to give a word out to everyone out there who's watching, that please, even though the state of emergency has been lifted by the president, let us continue to use common sense. Let us sanitize and continue to wear our masks and wash our hands on a daily basis. So that was it from my side. It has been a pleasure having you in my company once again. Do catch us again tomorrow. Bye-bye.